Hello, this is a video on the SKB 1SKB-ISF4U. So, I'm making this video because I wanted to buy this case. I tried researching it online, looking for other videos, and there wasn't much really with a lot of detail. So I was hoping to just make this for other people thinking about buying it. This was, I believe, about £440, and so I'm hoping it'll be worth it. But anyway, so a few things. One is here on the end, it's got these clasps, but they're only on the one side. On the other, you've got the hinges that come apart. The handles on both sides. The handles just stay up. They're not sort of spring-loaded down. We got same wheels, and we've also got over here, you've got one of these things which I think is for like air to come out. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's TSA locked. Not going to mean a lot for me, but anyway. So if I take this off, so inside we have the sort of honeycomb type sponge. We've got a gasket around the edge, and then we've got this cover on top. This sort of like Velcro, sort of sewed to the sort of plasticky, rubbery foot thing. Then we've also got on top, it's got like a sort of padding that's made out of like, I don't know if you can see it, it's like what you get in like packing sometimes. It's actually quite spongy, but it also does take up like, takes up about 1 centimetre. So I feel like I'd rather have the extra depth. So actually that may be the first to come off later on. Then we've got the cover comes off only if the lid is off. So front and back did come with the screws. We've got these cubby holes. So we've got 2 on the front, 2 on the back. That's 21 centimeters by, I don't know, 4.2 depth. What are we looking at? Depth is about 9.5, something like that. What's also interesting is the underside of this is actually plastic. What I was thinking of doing is actually cutting this off completely and putting in carbon fibre, like 2 mil of carbon fibre. And I didn't know if that'd make it lighter or not, because it's just literally just going to have a laptop on it for when it's being used. So we've got 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Neglected to mention the hand slide. It's actually, I'm 6'2", and there's about that much, my wrist would come to about there when I'm standing. So it's actually quite good, for the lengthwise on the handle. And if we go to the back, basically it looks the same. Now let's just get a few ideas. So the platform is about 54.5 centimeters, and then we've got about 40 on the depth. I think the weight was about 10 kilos. Sorry, just had to pause it. That's got a screwdriver. So what I wanted to know is how you take this top bit off, because I didn't know if I wanted to have it accessible permanently or not, because basically that's going to be, when I am going to use it, that's going to be full with a mixer. And on the back, I've got at least 2, if not 3 used, so potentially space in there, but am I going to get my hand through a 1U gap? I don't know, I don't want the challenge. Anyway, so I had to have a look, how do you take this top bit off? And essentially, not sure how visible it is. Can you see there's a little screw there? So there's 4 of them. So I'm just going to take them off and come back in a moment. Okay, right, so these are screws. Right. Oh, did I miss some? Oh, I did. I'll come back. Right, take two. So let's hope for the best. There we go. So that's the underside. So it takes 3 screws on both sides. This screw wouldn't come out because it's being blocked by this sort of air thing. This is the inside. So the question is, if I don't screw it back together, how sort of sturdy do I think it is? So then I can just leave it like that. So then if I ever have to just take it off in a hurry, then I can. So let's put it back together and see how sturdy it is. So these things line into there. Seems promising because this hinge point is below, so I think it will sort of sandwich and hold it in. There's my hope. Right, yeah, I'm fairly confident that that will be absolutely fine if I were to leave it off, which is a bit of a relief, really. So that's quite handy. Right, let's just see. I presume it'll just hold up just fine when you take it apart. It should just hold itself together as well as it did. Yes. There was one dimension I didn't pass, which was the depth of this thing on the inside, which if I just push down against the sponge, it's about 50 mil. So yes, hopefully that is informative to you, and hopefully you can get a nice new flight case. Thanks, bye.